Hey, Pam. We'll just wait a few minutes to see if anyone else is able to join us. I got my treats. Thank you very much. I got my pop. Got my treats. I'm all set. You got a cup of tea there, Pam? Hey, Patty. Do you have a cup of tea? What are you drinking there? I've got a little bit of my Diet Pepsi left, only because otherwise I'd be yawning. Pumpkin pudding. Wow, pumpkin pudding. I didn't think there was such a thing. That's really cool. Thank you all so very, very much for all your love and support today. It was a lovely, lovely day. I saw a few people that I hadn't seen in a while, so that was really nice. So grateful. It was nice to see everybody. Couldn't have asked for a better day. Oh my goodness, it was absolutely gorgeous outside. So lovely. I'm just gonna close my door. Give me 2 seconds. So excited with the new catalog. I can't wait to show you guys. There's so many pretty things. And I get to pre-order. So when you're a demonstrator to Stampin' Up, you get to pre-order stuff. So you guys will be able to order things in January, but I get to order things starting December 1st. So chances are we'll be playing with some of the new stuff very, very soon. It's going to be so pretty. Instant pudding, and then you add pumpkin. Oh, that sounds really interesting. So cool. All right. I think we'll get started. You're drinking wine. Oh, nice. Red or white? I'm assuming red, but never know, right? All right. So you guys all got your card kits. So if you've taken any of the stuff out, you've gotten some chocolates that may or may not still be in your bag. You've got a little gift bag as my gift to you. So thank you all so very, very much for participating. So that's a little gift bag for you. And then you've got 8 envelopes. And in each envelope, you'll have everything that you need to make that particular card. All right. So hopefully you've got some adhesive, you've got some glue dots, and you've got some white glue of some sort. If you don't, that's okay. It'll just make one of the cards a little bit easier. And you'll need some dimensionals, I think. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've designed these. I can't exactly remember, but all right. So let's start with the white one. So we're going to slide it all out. If you have a bone folder, that's always makes it a little bit easier, but if you don't have one, that's okay. I have seen some sets at like the Dollar Tree, not the dollar store, the Dollar Tree. I find the Dollar Tree actually has better crafting supplies than the dollar store, believe it or not. So So we're just going to fold our card in half. I use my nail to sort of help bring it to the very edge. And then I slide my bone folder up and in between to smooth it out. But however you do it, works perfectly. So you'll all have something a little bit different with your music paper. But basically we're just going to adhere it to the red and then adhere the red to the white. If you prefer the opposite side, by all means, you can do the opposite side. Tape issues already. Tape issues already. My goodness. Come on, guys. All right. Let's see if we got that. All right. Let's see if I've got any left in this one. Nope, gotta change this one too. We're having some tape issues this evening. Please stand by while we correct. Be playing some Christmas music in the background or something. All right, let's try this again. Cards adhesive is brought to you by the lovely Pam. There we go. All right, take 3, 4. Have I done this page? There we go. All right, where are you guys at? Hey, Colleen. Yes, it is always tricky. I always seem to have adhesive struggles. All right, so we've got our layers on here. Just make sure your card, I often sometimes put it on the wrong way. We've got the card turned the right direction. We're good. Now, in all of them, I'm hoping I did it. So these ones here, I think I punched out the little parts, but you might want to double check in any of your kits when you first pop it out. Just make sure that some of these little pieces here I've popped out. I think I got them all, but like I said, it's been a while since I did them and there might have been 1 or 2 spots that I might have missed. So please double check, and it's pretty easy. You should be able to just sort of pop them out. You can leave them in if you glue them down while they're in. It's not a big deal, honestly. Not a big deal. All right. So with this one, I've given you 2 green and 1 red. So I find for the best effect, if you just take your nail and in the middle of the leaf, there's like a little line, and you just press the leaf, bend the leaf in. So we're just gonna bend it in to give it a bit of dimension. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a big bend. It's just a little bend. I don't know if you can see. It's just a little bend, just to add a little bit of dimension, just so it's not flat. Although they do get squished a little bit when you stick them in your envelope, but I just find that little bit of a bend helps to give it a bit more definition and dimension. So if at any time I'm going too fast and you need a few minutes, please let me know. I'm more than happy to eat some cookies and sing you a song. So I'm just going around and I'm doing all of the leaves on my wreath. So, and if anything should accidentally happen, like if it breaks in the middle, not to worry. Often we've got a bow to put on it, so if there's any little rip or tear, you can either hide it with a bow. If it's a really big rip or tear, let me know and I'm happy to drop off a new one to you. But that's why it's always so nice to have bows. So now with these ones, if you want, you can kind of bend the foil berries up a little bit, but you don't have to. I just do it just cause. So then you can either layer it by having the green on the bottom, the red on top, and the light green on top. You can layer it like that. You can layer it with the red on the bottom and then the two greens on top. I like to do the sandwich. So I chose the dark one. And so this is in my head. I chose the dark one because things at the back are usually darker. And then the nice foil, red foil berries, and then the lighter green at the front. So that was what I was sort of thinking when I was creating it, right? So to put it together, you can either use a little bit of your white glue or you can use some glue dots. So it's whatever you happen to have kicking around. So we can add a little bit of glue and do it this way. I'm just going to show you a couple of different ways and then you can pick and choose what works best for you. So you can put it down like this with a little bit of glue, or if you prefer, you can take your glue dots and put it in some of the sections where it's a little bit wider. Oh, dog. I think the dog waits to have gas until I'm on air, so that I can't kick him out of the room. So I'm just sort of rolling some of the glue dots and placing it around the wreath in a couple of different places, like that. And then you can place that on. So again, you can use your glue stick, you can use your glue dots, whatever you prefer. So again, I'm using I sort of roll up. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my picky pointer thing. I don't know what these are called, to be quite frank. I got them at the Dollar Tree. You got two in a package like that. One's a little bit thicker and one's a little bit thinner. I don't know what they're originally intended for, but they're perfect for this kind of stuff. Dollar Tree. I love the Dollar Tree. I think I like the Dollar Tree more than the dollar store. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's a secret. So I'm just sort of picking at it and then rolling it a little bit and then sliding it on. So let's say I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but again, you can add as many or as few as you like. There you go. And then for your bow, I've left them long, so you can leave it long if you like that look. You can put it at the top, you can put it at the bottom, you can put it on the side, you can put it anywhere you like. I do find though sometimes the bows need 2 glue dots just to sort of hold them down. I don't know, maybe sometimes it's the fabric of the bow or something. So there you go. Your first one is done. How easy is that? Aren't they pretty? I just think they're so pretty. Are we good? Can I keep going? Do you need a minute? What do you think? I'm assuming that you're good and that you can't come and type, so I'm going to keep going. But if at any time I'm going too fast, again, give me a shout, say, whoa, slow down, and I'm more than happy to slow down. All right, so I'm going to put that one aside. So let's grab the next one, which is the one with the red. So it's got a red embossed wood piece looking thing. And a nice big piece of red cardstock. And this white one is to go inside. Otherwise, it'll be hard to see what you're writing. So this one, it's the same thing. We're going to fold it over. Give it a squish. All right, and then we're going to turn it so that the card is going up and down like that. So this is going to go inside your card. That's where you're going to write all your missing you, loving you, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. So that's going on the inside. This is going on the front of your card. Now I've given you little whatever these are called. I can't think of my words right now. And on the back of them, although they might be hard to see, I've done them in the adhesive sheets. So the back of them should have a little piece of plastic that you can peel off. How to get that plastic off can remain a mystery. So you can either bend it or use a poking tool, and you're just going to peel it off. So you can see here, you just peel it off like that. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're putting your red panel. You can either put it on the bottom of your red panel with your wreath like that. You can put it on something like that, or if you prefer, you can put it at the top of your red panel like that. Choice is yours. You can leave it as you'd like. So that's why the red panel is slightly smaller. This red embossed one is slightly smaller, with the idea of you having a place to put your greeting. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this one down. And I like it down at the bottom, so I'm putting this one up closer to the top, trying to keep it equal on both sides. I say trying because, you know. And then I like my greeting down at the bottom. There we go. Now again, please double check that I've punched out all the little spots on your berries. I'm pretty sure I did. And you should have 3. You'll have one that is white, that's a bit sparkly. You'll have one that is very vanilla, so like an off-white, and one that is vellum. And how you want to sandwich them is completely up to you. You can sandwich them any way you want. Again, how you put them on, completely up to you. You can use a little bit of the glue, or you can use some of the glue dots. I usually put glue down for the first one and then glue dots. Just know if you're using your vellum for your top layer, you can see through it. So just keep that in mind when you're putting your glue dots and stuff like that. You will sort of see it. So when I was creating it, in my mind, it was the vanilla on the bottom, the vellum, and then the white on the top. My glue I get glue all over my fingers, so I always try and keep some baby wipes close by. All right, so there we go. So I'm gonna put this one down. The great thing about this set, I love this wreath set. Now we're doing all our cards with the Christmas theme, but you wait. We're gonna do a whole whack of cards with these with other seasons, like birthdays, not seasons, but like other greetings, birthdays, thinking of you, sympathy, do you know what I mean? So it's a really versatile set. It's in the main catalog under the Wreath Builder. So I just got the dies, but it also has the stamps. I just got the dies though. Let's see if I can grab them to show you. Of course not. So there you go. So again, you can put your bow up at the top, down below. You can put your bow anywhere you like. If you have any extra jewels or anything like that, you could add some berries or, you know, some fancy jewels, whatever you like. So I'm going to put mine up at the top. I don't know why I like my bows up at the top, but I don't think it really matters. Yes, I did spritz the white before I tried to make it sparkly, which is why I was thinking when I was making it, it would be nice for the top layer. So there we go. Are you guys good? I'll just show you this one here. So this is just to show you an idea of how you know, different colors. So we've got a purple, a silver, and a green. And look, like, how pretty is that? Like, this would make a really nice spring, Easter. Isn't that pretty? So lots of versatility with this set. I really like it. You love the red? Yeah, I love the red one too. Like I said, I was making them and it was so hard to decide for you guys. So I was like, oh, we're just going to do one of each because I love them all. So, and it was so hard not to do them on my Facebook Lives. All right. So I'm going to grab the white one with the red bumped card, and it should have a piece of plaid as well. So this one, you might have a line in the middle or an uneven spot. The folder to do this one is a small folder. I couldn't do the whole sheet in one go, so I had to do one side and then the other side. But if it is a little different, not to worry, because we're going to cover it with our strip of plaid. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put that one down. And you can do it buttons up or buttons down. You can go wild and crazy and go indented if you want. So I'm just going to center this in the middle to cover that spot that wasn't perfect. And then again, just check to make sure all the little holes are out. And then this one, you should have a green foil. This is a dark green, and then the white. So I'm going to go ahead and start folding up my leaves. So there we go. I might save my favorite to the last. I don't know, we'll see. I love them all, but there we go. So there's one layer. And then, like I said, you can kind of, I'm sort of bending it up a little bit, just a little bit, just so that when I put it down, it's not flat, but you don't have to. It's not a big deal. And then I'm going to bend the foil ones too. Like I said, I don't know if you can see, so from the side, you can kind of see how when it's all up, it just adds to the volume a little bit. Adds to it, I think. Hey, Christy. All right, so once we've got all of our leaves folded, we're gonna layer them up. It's pretty simple. So again, you can layer them up any way, which way you like. When I was planning it, I had the dark plain ones on the bottom, the white, and then the sparkly green or the foil green. But you can do it any way you'd like. You could do it white on the bottom, and then your two greens, right? You could do whatever you like. So again, you can use your glue dots, or you can use a little bit of glue. It doesn't need a lot of glue, I find. And then we're putting it on. And then our berries, and then our foil. And again, you've got a thin little bow this time. And you can top, bottom, sides, you can trim it, you can leave it off, whatever you wish. I hope that after you're done, you'll take some pictures and post it on the comment section. I would love to see how your creations have turned out and which ones might be your favorite. I think I might put, I'm gonna make my bow a little bit smaller. And I think I'm gonna put this one, I'm gonna be wild and crazy and put this one on the side. And I'm gonna trim up my tags? No. What would they be called? I don't know. There. So there's our next one. All right. Ready for the next one? All right, here we go. This one is the one with the white paper and the white embossing. It looks like a sweater almost. And this one has the green sparkly leaves and the red sparkly berries. This one only has 2 layers. I know. But it was very sparkly, so I didn't think it needed more. So again, we are putting down our piece. This embossing folder is so neat. It looks like a sweater. I just love it. It looks like a sweater. Huh. It's too cute. And then this one I've already embossed and cut your sentiment. This one, double check that I've pushed out the little holes. Hopefully I've done yours. If not, I apologize. So you just want to push it through, or not. You can leave it on. I don't think it would really make a big difference. It's only with the berries, like the set with the berries. So for this one, again, you can put the red one down first, and then the green, and then you've got your sentiment to go across. Or you could put the green one down, and then your berries and your sentiment across. You can do whatever you like. You could put the sentiment on the bottom if you prefer, like that, or up at the top, whatever tickles your fancy. So just for the sake of time, I'm using glue, but you can certainly use your glue dots. So I'm going to put mine in the middle. So I am centering my wreath in the middle of my card. Now, you guess you could bend this one if you want to. I don't know if it would make much of a difference. It's already pretty sparkly. Like, I don't think it would change the look of it the way it does for the other ones. Brightly shining. There we go. And then if you have some dimensionals, you can put that on these ones here. Help pop it up over the wreath. And there you go. And hopefully you don't have everything sticking to you like I do. Gotta love my baby wipes. All right. And if you have some gems, you can bedazzle it some more. There you go. So there is that card. How are we doing? Am I going too fast? Everybody okay? Take a minute to catch up. I will see if I can fix my glue or my adhesive tape thing. See if that works. Are we good? Ready for the next one? I don't hear anybody yelling at me. No yelling? All right. Next one. All right, the next one is the white paper with the red and the brown wood grain. Ooh, you're gonna have the enjoyment of listening to Duncan practice. So for any of those of you that don't know, my son plays the trombone. He goes to the art school here, and he will be auditioning, I don't know, soon I would think, for universities as a performer. So it has certainly changed over the years. Now I don't have to listen to just doing scales. Like, he sometimes actually plays like music, which is really nice. So again, we're just gonna add the wood grain to the red and the red to the white. So there was a little while back. Okay. We can use that. It's all good. We can save it. A little while back, he started practicing some of the Christmas songs, Christmas music. It was really nice to hear, but now he stopped. So, you know, what can I say? So, make sure I've got it the right way. I'm going to attach that to that. There we go. So for this one, you've got some little red foiled flowers. So on every card, I try to have one element of a sparkle, right? So sometimes it was foiled leaves or foiled berries. And then this one we're using the foiled flowers. So I'm just poking out the holes, little spots on my wreath one here. And there, I think I'm good. Okay. So the berries, you can, hopefully they're all still intact. They've got like little circles in the middle. You can poke those out if you want to, or they might have fallen out. Hopefully they haven't, but either way you can poke them out or leave them in. And again, you can layer this up whichever way you'd like. In my head, it was with the darker in behind, and then the lighter, the white, and then the light. So I'm just gonna go and do all of my bends in my leaves here. And you can hear Duncan. I'd holler at him to play something Christmassy, but he likely can't hear me. He's actually in the room next to me with all the doors are closed and you can still hear him, so. But I don't think he could hear me when he's playing, so. This is a unique opportunity for all of you. And how often does he practice and for how long, you might ask? He practices for a total of 3 hours a day. So he'll come and he'll practice for 20 minutes or half an hour, and then he'll take a break for a while. So 3 hours in a day we get to listen to music of some sort. And like I said, it's been lovely now that he's at a level where he actually plays songs and not just scales. Now sometimes he plays the same part of a song over and over and over again because he's practicing hitting that note or the breath or I don't know, something. So it's very rare that I actually get to hear the whole song all the way through unless I like go to his performances. I usually only hear bits and pieces of the songs. So my berries. And then I'll do my last greenery and then put my flowers on. It's very rare that you guys are pretty lucky to hear him, because usually he doesn't like knowing that other people can hear him, especially when he's practicing. Like if I ask if I can record him and stuff like that, he says no. So this is a very rare and unique. All right. So now you can put your berries. You can put 3. You can put 2. You can put as many as you like. You could even double up the flowers if you wanted to, and do like 1 that's sort of doubled up like that. You can do whatever you like. You can bend the petals a little bit. So I'm just going to bend the petals a little bit so that they fit nice. You can do whatever you like. So I'm going to pop the one in the middle up, and I'm going to leave the other 2 down a little bit. And there we go. In the midst of my folding, some of the little circles came out from the middle, but I think it still looks all right. So there you go. There's that one. All right. We're running out of space here. So we got 4, we got 5, got 3 left. All right. So this one is the turquoisey one. And this element of sparkle was your deer. This white piece is for the inside. So let's fold this. Like that. So this one's going to go up and down like that. I'll glue it down. Some people don't glue or adhere the piece inside. They just leave it sort of loose and then they write on it. So then that way if they make a mistake or something, they can throw it out without having to rip the paper and stuff like that. So for this one, you've got a cream colored piece with the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. And then you've got 2 strips of this beautiful piece there. So the idea was that you glue down, we're going to glue down the 2 strips, and then the cream colored one will go in the middle. So the way I designed this is that it's not to go straight, like flush to the bottom, it's to come up a little bit, so that there should be a little edge along the bottom as well as the sides. And if I've cut it properly, then the cream one should sort of come over them. And then this one will come slightly over them like that. Do you see? All right. we'll add this one. Just like that. There you go. All right, so make sure that you've got a bit of an edge at the bottom and a bit of the edge at the top. Otherwise, the cream piece won't, it won't, you'll think that it's the wrong size. It's cut wrong. So for this one, we've got the matching and then the navy blue berries. Again, I'm going to fold up my leaves. See, where's the music when I'm doing this? My musical interlude. Okay, I'm gonna holler at him. Hold on. Play something Christmas! Let's see if that works. Sorry if that was really loud. We'll see if he even bothers. All right, so because this has texture to it, the glue might do better than the glue dots. And I am going to put just a little bit more glue just so that it can fit into the textured parts of it. I don't think we're getting any Christmas, but he might not have even heard me. He practices breathing in between, working on taking bigger and bigger breaths. And he has this contraption to help him build up his breathing air capacity. It's weird. It's really cool, but weird all at the same time. It's called a breathing bag. Things you never knew existed, let me tell you. All right. So for my beautiful deer, I'm going to put him in the middle and I'm going to pop him up so that he's a bit elevated. And if you have a smaller adhesive than foam piece, you can put it up in near his head. Otherwise, you can cut some of the bigger pieces to fit. So. And you're just gonna stick it on wherever you like it to go. Comme ça. And there we go. I love the turquoise, this color. Well, I don't think it's called turquoise. It is called, I can't find it. Pretty Peacock. That's what it's called. Pretty Peacock. I just love it. It's like a turquoisey kind of thing, I think. So this one paper was from the gleaming with the ornaments that we had. Do you remember the ornaments? And we had the punch. So that's what that paper is from. It's so pretty. All right. We're down to the last two. Any favorites so far? How are we doing? All right. Now this one is a little bit tricky, but I know you guys will all manage just fine. It was super tricky for me to make. I'm just saying. I've got lots of paper that have holes in the wrong way because, well, I just couldn't make it work. A lot of swearing and frustrating. All right. So you have a piece of white. That is for the back, if you want it, so that you have somewhere to sort of write your greeting, okay? But you don't need to put it on if you don't want to. This piece goes on the inside. This piece here is going to go in the middle of your circle, like that. Then you're going to fold the flap over, and this piece goes on your flap, like that. Okay, so let's start with that, and then we'll get to the other part. So I'm going to put this one down first. So again, it's cut so that there's a bit of a edge all the way around. So it's not flush to the top or the bottom. It's got a bit of an edge all the way around, okay? So this one, you got your glue on it there, your adhesive, and you're going to put it in the middle and sort of center it like that. All right. Then we're going to put our adhesive on this one. And this one, you're going to fold the flap over, and you're going to put your piece on. And again, it's done with a bit of an edge all the way around. Okay, so that's how that looks. Okay. Like that. Then for this one, I gave you a super cute little toboggan and some cotton yarn. It is a bit fiddly, but you should be able to tie the yarn, the cotton string, sorry, to the edge of the toboggan. I think I gave you enough that you can use a long piece and then trim it if you need to. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes the most tricky part is just starting the darn thing. And I have no real trick for that, I'm sorry. Just a lot of cursing and swearing. Or you could just put a rolled up piece of glue on the back and stick it onto that. That works too. Nobody's gonna know that you didn't tie it on. They'll still think it's super cute, because it is super cute. All right, so there's my first one. And I'm going to do this one. Now, because I've got lots of, I don't need it to be really long, so I've got lots of extra here to help me tie it. And so, there we go. Like I said, if it's too persnickety for you, not to worry. You can stick a glue dot on the back, stick it to your glue dot, and you're good to go. So, all right, there's mine. I'm just going to trim it. And there's my toboggan. All right. And I'm going to take my leaves and fold my leaves again. Folding, folding. Jake likes the one with bling, this one here. Sparkly Christmas sweater. I like this toboggan, I must admit. I've done a few things with the toboggan. I do like it. But the last one I think is my ultimate favorite of these guys anyway. All right, there we go. So I've folded the leaves on that one. Fold the leaves on this one. And now the practicing is done, and he didn't hear my request for Christmas music, or he did and he was just ignoring. But so now he's done. So they're very short sessions, but all in all, it's about 3 hours a day. All right, so again, you can put whichever combination you want first. If you want the light one behind and the dark one in front, totally up to you. Now, this is where it's going to be a little bit tricky, because we don't want it to adhere to the outer edge. We only want to adhere to the edge, this half circle edge, okay? So what I suggest is taking a bit of glue and going and gluing around the half circle part. Comme ça. And then taking whichever piece you want to use, whichever part of the circle you want, because otherwise you'll have glue and stuff and it'll be tricky to get it down. So that would be my tip, like that. And then you can either put more glue or you can use some glue dots. And then sometimes I know it sounds funny, but I sort of like rotate it to make sure that you get the leaves sort of off-centered. I'm sure there's some way to do it, but I don't know exactly how. But so I'm just adding some glue dots in the sections where some of the leaves are. And try and avoid the cat hair. I've now been able to figure out when the cat's been up on my crafting table because he's leaving fur everywhere. Now, if you want, you can use a glue dot to sort of glue these two leaves sections together so that they're not sort of flapping around like that. Just be careful if you're adding glue dots that they're really only touching each other and that there's no glue showing, because otherwise when you put it down and then you put it in the mail, it might stick to the paper part, if you know what I mean. There. And then you've got your toboggan. And again, you can add white glue, you can add glue dots, you can add some adhesive strips. I'm going to roll some glue dots and add those. I'm adding a bunch because I really want it to stick. And then you can add it on an angle, you can add it straight up, you can add it down low, you can put it anywhere you like. Just keep in mind that you don't go too far off this edge because that will get caught in the mail, in your envelope I should say. And there you go. And there's your card. Now, again, if you have some jewels or gems, you can glitter it up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see? Comme ça. All right. You guys still good? Hey, Shelly. Everybody's still good? The Christmas sweater and the green plaid. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like the green plaid one too. All right, last one. My favorite. My very, very favorite. So again, you've got a big piece of white. That's for your inside part of your card. We're going to fold it up. And this one is that way, an up-down one. I tried to do a combination of different folds and stuff, So there are two pieces of white. One's a better quality than the other. So this is another perfect example of the awesome paper that's Stampin' Up. So this one is from, it's cardstock from Staples. So it's just a pack of white cardstock. And then this one is from Stampin' Up. You'll be able to feel a difference. One is certainly a lot smoother than the other. And one is a more truer white, I like to think. Like it's definitely more opaque than this one is. So the smooth one is for your outside part, and the not so smooth one, or the grayer one, or I don't know how you want to describe it, goes on the inside, right? So the black goes on the white with just a smidgen all the way around, the edges showing, and then that gets glued on top of the card like that. It's just a peak of white all the way around. Where are we putting the white card on the sled? Oh, you can put it on the back if you want to, so that you have a place to write for your sentiments and stuff, because there's not a lot of room obviously on that, so you can put it on the back. Sorry. So the black is going on top of the white. There is not a lot of wiggle room. It's a pretty tight, very close edge to it. And that gets adhered onto that one. This one's the cut. The cut is pretty close because it's just a hint of colors in behind. And then this one's going to go inside. Just like that. There you go. Yeah, this card here we can add to the back, and then that way if you want to add your greeting or what have you, you can write it on the back. All right, then for this one I've given you two different ones. There's a peace and there's a joy. You can pick whichever one you like. Again, it should, I believe, have the adhesive on it already. And then you've got a copper and a gold. You might have the copper leaves and then the gold. I can't remember, but basically one's a copper and one's a gold. Or brushed. One of the brushed metallics. So pretty. So again, I'm just folding my leaves. There we go. And there. So folding my leaves, and then I'm giving a slight bend to the berries as well. Just sort of, basically I'm sort of trying to fold around along the edge here, just so that they kind of stick up, opposed to just laying flat. But it's not a big intentional fold. It's more like a suggestion of, hey, how about bending up a little bit? See, so that they kind of bend up a little bit. Now, if you're using glue for this one, please do be careful, because if you get glue on the brushed metallics, it does show. So if you have a baby wipe next to you, then that's great. You can kind of wipe off the glue with a baby wipe. If you have clear glue, that's fantastic. Otherwise, you can use a glue dot for this one. That is what I will do, because I am very messy with my glue. Just trying to find some spots to put it on, and I'm rolling my glue dot. So it will hold. There we go. I think maybe one more. That should be good. All right. Now, with your peace or joy, you can put it in the middle of your card. You can put it at the top of your card, right? So wherever you would like to have your sentiment placed, so either at the top or at the bottom, then you're just going to move your wreath to accordingly. So if you're going to do your sentiment, let's say on the bottom, like we did with the red one, then you're just going to move the wreath up slightly, opposed to being in the middle, right? If you're going to do it on the top, your sentiment on the top, then you're just going to move the wreath down slightly. If you're going to do the sentiment in the middle, then obviously you're going to center your wreath in the middle, right? So whatever you like, you can do you. So I'm going to put mine in the middle, although I do have a couple of other cards I'm going to make, and I'll probably put them in different places on those cards, but for this one, I will put in the middle. Again, when you guys are done your cards, please send me a picture. I'd love to see how they turned out, what variations you did with it. Nope. I did not add paper glue on mine. Maybe they're on yours. It's not on mine. Here I am trying to find the plastic backing, and I did not do it on this one. I think I did it on all of yours, but I did not do it on mine. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue, and this stuff is so super sticky that it doesn't need a lot of glue for sure. There we go. And then I'm going to add, I mean, it's pretty just like that, but we're going to add our leaves. And then we're done. So there we go. So I must admit, this one I think is my favorite. And with your extra piece, you could add it to any of the other cards if you wanted to, or save it for another card. So there we go. There's all our cards. Favorites. Let's see if I can get them all into the shot here. There. Can we kind of see them all? I think. There we go. Any favorites? There you go. So there is our Wreath-tastic Christmas card kit. I'll wait a few minutes in case there's any questions. If anybody has any questions about anything, if I've gone too fast and you just want, you need any suggestions for any of them. You like them all? Yeah, I do too, which is why it was so hard just to pick the 6, so that's why I did the 8. Or 4, I couldn't even pick 4, like it was just too hard. So, but if we are all good, then I will let you get on with the rest of your evening. Thank you so very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed them, and I know that someone, whoever you send them to, is going to love them because they're all pretty stunning. I'm gonna finish up the extra pack because I had a couple of sets left over, so I'm going to finish those ones, and I think these ones might just be my Christmas cards that I send out because that's how much I love them. So thank you so very much for joining me this evening, and I will not be on tomorrow. I need to organize my craft room, so hopefully I will be back on Tuesday, but we'll see how much I get done on Monday. So Monday evening. So thank you all so very much. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and please stay safe.